Hello and welcome to another VanChat Tuesday. Right, first question.
First question.
Obviously from a new subscriber or viewer, so hello new people.
Hello.
Are you full-time in your motorhome or do you have a house to return to? We are full-time.
Yeah,
Since early December last year, sold our house, moved into the van we had at the time. We've since had an upgrade. So if you are new here, there are plenty of videos here that tell you all about our process of packing the house, selling stuff, going to car boot sales,
sale falling through, burning contracts, starting again.
Yeah, starting again. Eventually selling it, going travelling for 3 months, selling the old van, getting this new van, and then being locked down, and here we are now. Hello.
Yes. Hi.
So yeah, there's loads of videos. Go check them out. And yeah, we are full time in our home, in our motorhome.
Yep, we don't own any other property at all.
Nothing else at all.
So we do what we can.
Just move around, live where we live, and enjoy life.
Aye, it's buzzing.
Oh yes. Well, next question.
What have you put in place in case your motorhome is needing a long-term garage repair?
Money.
Big
pot of cash, really. There's just nothing. Because either way, if you say, oh yeah, I'm going to stay with somebody, or you need to this and another, if there is something that needs fixing, then you need cash for it, don't you? So
yeah, I mean, you need cash for the fix. We know that we've had friends, you probably might have seen some videos, who've had engine issues and they've spent all the time on the forecourt of a garage.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, then we'd do the same thing.
Yeah,
because you're still in your house at the end of the day, as long as it was suitable and acceptable for them to let you do it. Yeah, then that's fine. But yeah, money just in case Airbnb was needed. We thought it might go that way during COVID, but no, it was fine for that. But yeah, just to make sure that
a big pot of cash to pay for whatever needs to be repaired. If it's an insurance thing, sometimes you need an excess or whatever, but the motorhome might have to go away and we can't be near it. So hotel or B&B or an Airbnb or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe family members if it's a very short-term thing, I don't know. But mainly a big pot of cash. Think of the most expensive thing that might go wrong with your van and then triple it and put that away somewhere, and at least you got a good start then, really.
Yeah, just going to touch the wood up here a minute.
Touch wood.
Yeah, okay.
Ah dear. From one kind of worst case scenario to another. Hi guys, what do you do with your onboard toilet when you're away from campsites? How do you empty it? And yeah, we really did get hung up on this maybe a couple of years ago, didn't we, when we were doing kind of holidays, following the Tour de France and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we'd go and find public toilets, or we'd try and nip in a campsite and say, excuse me, can we empty your toilet?
A lot of people in campsites abroad, if you offer them money, hardly anybody takes it.
Yeah.
Or they'll let you in and empty your loo, and that's fine. But it was somebody who'd done the Tour de France for years that said public toilets, because we didn't even know that.
Yeah, we use biologically safe chemicals in our toilet anyway. So we're kind of we're free from the stress of knowing that it can't go down, for example, a septic tank or a chemical foss or something like that, or it could mess with the ecosystem. At the same time, obviously, never chuck it in a river or a stream or the sea or anything like that.
Nothing, none of that.
So yeah, we've always gone for public toilets if we can, and then sort of done the cheeky pop in a campsite and excuse me, do you mind if we can just empty the toilet sort of thing, and most of them are alright with that.
Yep.
But we have got a video all about toilets, and it's called We're Talking Shit. And we're thinking, because that did cover an awful lot of specific questions people gave us at the time,
and because it was with Dom and Greg, it was good because everybody had a slightly different version of
Angle
toileting in their van, so that was really good. Yeah,
but then we've been asked lots more questions since then, so we're thinking of doing a follow-up video called We're Taking the Piss, and yeah, that's going to, I guess, go through our evolution of how we've managed to get a week or two out of our cassette, and how we do that. We have a spare one as well, which does mean that we should be able to get possibly up to about a month before we'd ever need to get somewhere where we empty both cassettes.
Yeah.
So if you've got any questions about toilets and stuff like that, please do put them in the comment section down below, and we'll include them in next week's VanChat Tuesday video, which is all about toilets.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Next question.
Next question. How does Mandy do the ironing in the van? Mandy doesn't iron.
Clothes come out, shake, clothes get folded up.
Yes. They get a good shake, like that proper one where you get a nice crack out of it when you're shaking before they go in the dryer, and then the same again, and a fold directly from the dryer while they're still warm, and we get away without ironing. I had years and years of Jem being in high school, John being in an office where he wore a shirt, and me needing smart attire for work that I was doing. I've done my lifetime's worth of ironing and I refuse to do anymore.
Yeah.
Apart from, special occasions and stuff, I might get my straighteners out and the collar to John's shirt and tell him he's got to keep his jacket on the entire time, and that's about it.
Yeah, we've had one or two weddings, can't remember now. Certainly one wedding and a christening or something like that, and the stuff in the wardrobe's just been perfectly okay, as long as I've got a jacket on. So yeah, and the rest of the time it's these t-shirts which they're just fantastic. You don't need to iron them. Shorts and jeans, don't really bother ironing shorts and jeans.
I'd say as long as you give them a good shake and then fold them while they're warm.
Yeah.
Then you
gets
can get
most of the creases out.
Yeah.
Sorry if I keep stroking my beard. It's just that I've been a bit lazy and I've not shaved. So.
But his mum loved it. Oh, I love it when you got more hair. She loves it.
Someone asked me the other week about growing a beard, and I went, "Oh, my beard is stupidly sort of like crazy colours," and they said, "Oh, I've never seen it." So there you go. So you got ginger, grey, baldy bit, and then grey and ginger again,
and brown,
and a bit of brown. Fun stuff, really. So next question is it's kind of like a double kind of question, and someone's asked, why don't we make a video about the differences in driving our new motorhome over the last one? For example, do we plan our manoeuvres, plan our routes? What do we do at difficult junctions? Parking bays and tricks and tips about how to get in spaces and stuff like that. And I guess the thing with that is, yeah, fair enough, this van is a metre longer and slightly wider. I think it's 30 centimetres overall wider than our last van. But it's still got a reversing camera like the last one had. So you can still get into a normal bay width-wise, and you just hang the back over just like we did the last van, really.
Yeah, over a grass verge or whatever.
Any way you can, you can hang the back over so you take one space up. Other than that, we'd take up two spaces as we would have done in the other van. And I guess the only thing is the swing out, I'll call it, and that is if you've got both wheels there and there, and then you turn severely right or left, the back kicks out a little bit because there's 1.5 meters over the back axle, so it will kick out a little bit. So that's the only thing I'd really kind of mention that we've picked up on. But apart from that, it's really our kind of driving style. It's a bit like when you go back to your driving lessons, you taught the fundamentals of, you know, your ABCs and your gear changes and your mirror, signal, maneuver and all that, but the rest of it is you do a repetitive kind of, you know, cycle of driving lessons, which is you just go out and get experience. So if I was to tell you about me driving this van or Mandy driving this van, it might not be something that's transferable to everybody else's van, so I don't really think there's a point in that one.
No, because we've got totally different driving styles to each other, which comes across when you try and tell me what to do, you little backseat driver without a backseat. Yeah, but I mean, and the difference between this van and the last van, driving those two, having a manual gearbox in this is amazing compared to the gearbox in the other van. Yeah. So it just feels like this one is easier to drive, even though it's bigger than the other one. Well, but then other people might not. Yeah, true.
And the second kind of part of this question was, would we do a video about our arrival to a park up and what we do in the van to set up and things like that, and departure from? And again, I think that's a bit weird, because the reason why we love being in the motorhome, unlike if you've ever had a caravan, you'll understand, you arrive and you've got to level, chock everything up, take everything out of the caravan. If you're putting an awning up, there's a divorce waiting to happen.
Get your water, set up your waste, put the electric on.
Yeah, well, you don't have any of that in the motorhome. You literally just spin the seats down and then say, what are we having? Do you fancy a drink? We're having some food. Do you want to watch TV? Should we go for a walk? Should we read something? Should we do something else? And the whole concept of the motorhome for us is it's already set up pretty much.
I mean, the only difference is some days we might need to put some drinking water through the Berkey. Some days we don't. Some days the first thing we do when we stop is I jump in the shower. Some days we don't.
Yeah.
All the time I get out of my seat because I'm a little old lady and I'm like, oh, my back. Oh, stretch. And nobody wants to see that anyway. So
I don't really see the point. I mean, you know, if we get 5,000 comments right now that said yes, we want to see that, I'll make a video. But I'm pretty much going to guess there's not going to be 5,000 comments. So yeah. I think we'll leave that one for now. But yeah, I would just say, like we've done, just spend, you know, some time on an industrial estate or around a small neighbourhood or something like that, just getting used to your new van and getting used to the idiosyncrasies of, like I say, the little swing outs at the back end, or the fact that your mirrors are slightly wider than your van and that kind of stuff. But other than that, it's dead easy, really.
Yeah.
It's just like driving a dirty, great big car.
With a better seating position because you can see everything.
True. Next question.
Next question. How do you manage with laundry on your travels?
Well,
it's
the laundry machine.
Yeah, mostly it's Morrison's
Yep.
and some petrol stations. It just seems to be them that we've found so far.
Yeah, this is all in the UK.
Yeah, in the UK, in France, in France and Spain and Portugal, it's a Speed Queen. Auchan supermarkets normally have laundry facilities outside. It looks like it's all the same.
Intermarché is really good for mostly like your service point, fresh water, toilet dump, and sometimes they have laundry as well.
But they're normally on a map.
Yeah.
It normally is pinpointed if you look for laundry when you're abroad.
Yeah.
Not so much in England, which is a shame.
It's pretty pants.
I mean, there's one on the M25 services.
Yeah.
It begins with a C.
Can't remember. It's near St Albans or somewhere like that.
Can't remember. Daz told us about that one.
But I think it's run by a company that does the same as the photo booths, Photo Me, because they're when you put your card through and pay.
Yeah, that's what comes up on your bank statement.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So don't get confused thinking you've had your photos taken, really did laundry.
No, it's not.
But annoyingly, they've not got any kind of map or any location finder or anything like that.
No. Can you write apps?
I'd rather not, but I was thinking on our website, which is, I'll link it down there. You're not following my finger.
Oh.
There you go. You still don't follow the finger.
No.
So www.
You tell me what to do.
Here we go. www.gjot.uk, and in there was a travel map kind of page that I set up so people could suggest places we should visit all throughout Europe. You can still do that if you want. It's always there. We're never going to take it off, and other people can see your suggestions.
And you get a notification when somebody leaves one.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. And if we go there, then we'll name people in the map, which we've done a couple of times. However, I'm thinking any point on that map can be registered and you can give it any name. So everybody out there that lives in a motorhome or travels around and does the laundry at these services.
Yep, camper vanners unite, of course.
How about Van Life gets together and produces the best map possible of where all these laundry machines are. Just go to our website, gjot.uk, click on travel map, and then just basically click on the map where you know one of these machines is. Just say it's a machine, it's outside Morrison's or it's whatever, and then everyone else knows to go there and
do that.
Yeah, easy
and
way
I
to
will
do
start, and I'll put my favourite 2 machines in there.
There we go then.
So yeah.
Start something new.
Aye, why not? Oh, wouldn't that be cool?
That
would be very cool. So instead of having to
wonder
where's the nearest one, because it's not good on
the worst thing is Morrison's also do a lot of LPG, so we've actually kind of done the stupid thing and gone, we'll just find a local Morrison's, drive up there, and you've driven maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, and it's either not got the LPG you wanted or it's not got the laundry machine you wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. Although one of the ones that I will put on the map has both.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Okay then. I know one that's got them.
Yeah.
Okay then.
We can say it's going to be on the map as well if you want to.
Denton in Manchester.
And
what's the other one?
Tewkesbury.
Tewkesbury.
But it's not got the LPG, it's just got the washing machine.
Right, next question.
Next question. This is an unusual one.
Oh, okay then.
I don't think John's had time to pre-prepare for this one. So, the question for John, there's a question each.
Oh, okay then.
Question for John, what has someone borrowed but never given back?
Ooh. I think my brother's still got my spring clamps for doing McPherson struts.
Oh, yeah, I bet he does, you know. Yeah.
Steve. Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, Steve, who doesn't watch these videos.
Like you're ever going to watch YouTube.
Yeah, he doesn't do any social media of any kind at all, ever. I'm going to text him. Steve, John said.
I don't want them back though, you're alright. Got nowhere for them.
No, very true, very true.
So what was your question?
And my question is, if I could have one thing I don't already have to make life better, what would I choose? You see, to make life better, more stretchy pants.
Dear me, it took you all that time to think of that.
Well, yeah, because I feel so much happier in stretchy pants than I do in jeans that are struggling to fit me. And we are having such a good time with everything that we're doing, and we're eating such lovely food. And yeah, I do intermittent fasting.
Pretty good. That reminds me, someone asked, what was the food that we had on the campsite with Darren last week? And it was it pork belly in barbecue sauce?
Yes.
With twice baked
potato, cheese and bacon skins.
Yeah, where Mandy carves out the half of the potato, crunches all the potato up and puts cheese and bacon in it, and then levels it back inside and then bakes them a second time.
Spoken like a guy who's never done it before.
I know everything, I just don't do it.
But yeah, they are lush. Those things, they are absolutely epic. We used to do a dippy tea all the time, and it'd just be, beige stuff you can shove in an oven, but I'd always make twice baked potato skins. Did use the Instant Pot to quicken up the process. We cooked both the potatoes and the pork belly first in the Instant Pot, which made it melt in your mouth, and then Daz just needed to grill and crisp up the pork belly, and I did my thing. Did your thing. So, question is, can you leave your hot water on all the time, or just when you need it, or on mains?
Regardless of whether you're on mains or gas. I mean, if you're on hookup on a campsite and you're not paying for the electric, leave it on hot water.
Yeah, we normally leave it on then all the time. About it. Terrible.
If you're paying for the gas, then no, the boilers. So let's assume we're talking about the Truma boiler, where it's the blow air heating and hot water all in one combi boiler. They are not that well insulated that they would keep the water hot for more than probably a couple of hours. It starts to cool down. Certainly in our experience anyway.
Yeah, and I mean the one in our old van was better at retaining the heat than this one.
Yeah, true, but we've not really used it in the winter or the colder months like we've used this one either.
Oh, yeah, very true, very true.
To say, actually.
But yeah, so we just there's a boost function on our heating, so if we need a shower or anything like that, then we just chuck it on boost. If we've got shower and pots to do, then it just goes on 40 because we don't need a hot shower, so we don't ramp it up to 60 unless we really need it. And that takes about 20 minutes to get a sufficient amount of water to be able to both of us have a shower and wash the pots, and we don't run out. Because I was asked how much water we use in the shower, and because someone was looking at one of those shower heads that we've got.
It's a higher pressure and low water usage, isn't it?
For that, to see whether they had enough hot water in their tank, but I think they'd forgotten to take into account the fact that it's mixed with cold water. So for whatever size hot water tank you have, obviously you'll get more out of that.
So we've worked out we use 15 litres of water from our fresh tank. Now bearing in mind, whatever we use from the hot tank or the fresh tank replenishes the hot tank as well. So
as you look at it that way. As well.
So we use 15 litres of water for two of us to have a shower. As nice a shower as we can have, but being water as efficient as possible. Yeah. With this special little shower head. And just like everything else, it's all on our website. So if you want to go to gjot.uk/motorhome, there's a list of all the usual stuff,
everything that we've changed or added, or
all the stuff that we like the water filter or the shower head and stuff like that, including our little drinking flasks and things,
and the bikes, and even my little oven tray, because I've had so many people ask me about my new little oven tray, which is I mean, if you're very close on your weight, watch it, because it's a heavy little thing.
Yeah, but it's really good.
But it's brilliant. It cooks things so much more efficiently. Yeah. So what you gain
as
a
cook,
little bit of it.
I know all about that. I just know my food's really nice when it comes to the table.
No, it's funny. I just go, babe, and he buys me good things that make me cook better. So it works well. We're a good team.
Oh, yeah.
We're a good team.
Yeah. So, if you got any questions for next week on the toilet, or not on the toilet.
Not on the toilet.
On the subject of toilets, should I say. then obviously leave them in the comments section down below. Go to our travel map and put in all the locations for the laundry services.
Yes.
And obviously you can get in touch, gjot.uk/contact, and obviously you can ask questions as well in the comments section down below.
And I'm going to be cheeky because we've not said this for a while. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and then you can also like the video as well and hit that little bell, and then hopefully if YouTube have their act together and everything's working okay, you get a reminder if we do something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, if you won't mind. I know a lot of people said last time, oh, they're begging for subscribers now. Between the two channels, we've got over 40,000 subscribers. We're not begging for them. It's just that sometimes you might miss a video.
Yeah.
Whereas if you hit subscribe, click the little notification bell, you won't miss a video then.
And if you hit subscribe and you go to YouTube and you hit on your subscriptions, everything is in one place. And if we do any, because we do community posts a lot, and you'll get to see all of that instead of looking around to try and find us. It's just, if you do want to watch our videos, it's the easiest way to do it. So, yes, if you
Thank
do,
you very much.
please, and thank you.
Right then, take care and we'll catch you next week.
See you soon. Bye.